everyone, and welcome to this episode of 2 Minutes Remaining with Coach Holzer. Well, we're already in week 7, which is kind of crazy to think about, but we're getting into some really fun stuff in PE class. So our first thing that we're doing with K through 2 kids is we're still playing the game Frogger because we're really working on how to work together as a team. See, the otters have to put the hula hoops in front of the frogs so that way they can get across the pond. It really takes them working on listening and following directions because the other otter can't go until they get back to the edge of the lake. But if they leave too soon, then they won't get the point. So it's all about the first team that does it correctly, not necessarily the first team that does it or that gets there first. And then with the 3rd and 4th grade kids, we're doing a game called Keepers of the Castle, where there's 6 teams and they got to go in, grab treasure, and then get back and bring it to their team, all the while trying to avoid being tagged by a guardian or a castle keeper. This again helps them work on strategy, agility, movement, and timing because you got to time it right so you don't get tagged, so you get to keep your treasure. Finally, we're going to end this week with what we do, and this is one of the kids' favorite, is pick your activity day. This is where I get to see where kids get to choose any activity they want to do, and they have to choose it, and they got to stay with it until it's time to switch. But I get some insight on what are the things that kids really like to do when they get the power of choosing what they want to do. So it also gives them a power to speak their voice, share what they're interested in, and not always having to be told what we're doing today, but the fact that they get to choose and pick, which also helps them develop their self-confidence, helps them speak up, and helps them have a thought or idea and be able to express themselves. The power of them being able to choose and then having to stick with a choice until it's switch time teaches them to help them learn what their interests are and helps me understand what their interests are as well. So have a great rest of your week, and thank you again for tuning in to this week's edition of 2 Minutes Remaining with Coach Holzer.